Can't wait for this month's roundup, but I can't say the same for my mighty steed Cornelius. I think he's only used to toting around a toddler, so he might sit this one out.
I think that's probably a good idea, Stacy. Looks like he's designed more for a small kid in mind.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. September is like the real new year for adults, or the flip of the calendar, the smell of the dry erase markers, the undeniable urge to buy new office supplies you don't need. I'm a sucker for all those fancy colored pens that never work because I'm a lefty, so they smear everywhere.
You and me both. I love it. So let's talk about some September programs this month. It's packed with everything from the future of work to difficult conversations, women's leadership, and why multitasking is a lie.
Yeah, and trust me, if I look at our schedule, we have you covered when you finally admit there's no more time for horsing around. The first one we have is September 4th, Embracing the Future of Work in a Rapidly Changing World. Now, you had the chance to interview Jake. What is the one thing that you were most impressed by, Charles?
Well, his knowledge of AI and really how it's impacting everything these days, and what he calls a polycrisis, where we're encountering so many different crises at the same time, and how do we adjust and adapt to them, and really leveraging both AI and human insight. And his name has always been a challenge for me to say, but it's Dr. Jake Sotiriadis. So I'm going to
Ah,
practice that before the first session so I don't get it wrong again. But it's going to be an action-packed hour filled with learning, a lot of great insights on how AI is shaping the future of work.
love it. And I think I saw he posted that his newest book is out and was already hitting the top of the list even when he hadn't announced it yet. So, I mean, you are really in for a treat getting to see this level of educator, this level of expert. So, we really encourage everyone to attend this one. And then we follow it on September 9th with Mike Robbins, All Around Authentic Leadership. I've had the pleasure of working with him on custom programs for members before, and he gets rave reviews every single time. And then we continue that week on September 11th, From Reactivity to Strategic Agility with Dr. Kathy Pearson. And I know I'm not supposed to have favorites, but I do. And she is one of them. She's smart as a whip, amazing stories from her consulting and teaching life, and hilarious to boot. Oh, there's more in store, Charles.
I love
September
those puns.
16th
Keep them coming.
is the next one. Mastering Tough Conversations, Communicate Best When It Matters Most with Neil Staker. There is no need to turn a workplace conflict into a repeat of the OK Corral.
In any conversation with any difficult person or a tough conversation, it's always best to assume positive intent. And he has some great practical strategies to help you de escalate the conflict before it gets too far down that path.
That's a great point. I love learning from Neil right alongside our members. He's great. And then we close out the month with two more excellent programs. September 25th, Influence to Impact, Leveraging Interpersonal Power for Women Leaders with Dr. Jean Porter King. And then we close out the month on September 30th, Boosting Productivity with Helene Segura. When you're truly sick of cow poking around and want to giddy up, Helene is ready, willing, and able to change your life.
I love that. She definitely is. A lot of great strategies. She talks about time boxing, talks about how to make yourself more productive. And she has a 3+3 framework, which is a great framework to have. What are those three most important tasks, your MITs each day? And then add three more just in case you're productive enough to get those first three done.
Awesome. Yeah, I always recommend her programs. And whenever I get the chance to attend, I always walk away with something new that I can implement right away.
And we also have in September for our L&D leaders on September 17th, our great L&D quarterly advisory board meeting that's designed to share best practices, connect with other people in the network so you can leverage those skills of other experts. And we're going to have a special guest during that program, Dr. David Morelli. He is a neuroscientist and an expert on coaching styles. And Marshall Goldsmith said his framework for coaching styles is revolutionary and something that all leaders and all organizations should adopt to make their coaching process even more effective. So that's going to be on September 17th. That's for those HR and L&D leaders within our member organizations. We look forward to seeing you at that program.
I love the reminder about that. That's something that I always encourage our members to attend because, especially when you've been in that function for a while, it can kind of get insular. especially at your smaller or mid-sized organization. So getting to tap into peers in the OD function at a company across the globe, or somebody in the talent team at a company down the street that you may never have heard of, that is such a powerful benefit of IMS.
So let's recap. The future is weird, right? And who knows what the future is going to hold, but Dr. Jake Sotiradis, he has the map. Trust isn't built with icebreakers, it's built with Mike Robbins. Strategy isn't a buzzword, it's your secret weapon, thanks to Dr. Kathy Pearson. Tough conversations don't have to feel like hostage negotiations. Neil's got you.
It's officially back to school season for us grown-ups, and lucky for you, we don't have a pop quiz, just the chance to stop winging it and start leveling up. We know you're busy. We know probably just in this couple minutes you've had, I don't know, 47 Slack messages that you're going to ignore, 3 Zoom meetings with no agenda, and 1 team member who keeps putting high urgency on their emails along with all capitals for no reason. So that's exactly why we encourage you to join these sessions and really level up your leadership skills and invite your team too.
I agree, because when the world is changing fast and expectations are rising faster, the only way to stay ahead is to keep learning. And no offense to YouTube, but you need more than a TED Talk and a vague inspirational quote to actually get better at this leadership thing. So this wraps up our roundup for September. Thank you so much, Stacy, for joining us. Any final or words or closing comments that you want to send us out on?
Yeehaw, Charles, let's get her done.